Hi, I'm Marlon. I'm from the Netherlands and I've been in Hangzhou for about 8 years. Let me introduce you to Long Gui Yu.
Osmanthus is one of the top 10 popular flowers in China. It is also the city flower of Hangzhou. The whole city will be drenched with its fragrance as autumn is approaching. Long Gui Yu is also a top 10 West Lake Scenic Attraction and an ideal destination to find such bewitching good-smelling flowers. The city was filled with temples, and one named Manjuelong was built in 1933. Hangzhou was by then a hub city for China, known as the Southeast Buddhist Kingdom. Manjuelong means ultimate enlightenment, and the path in the front was named Manjuelong for 7,000 Osmanthus trees that flank the path. Manjuelong welcomes a high tourist influx in the blooming season every autumn. Gao Lian, a playwright in the Ming Dynasty, recorded that the south of West Lake is filled with sweet osmanthus trees, in particular around a village called Manjianong. The flowers are the cash cow for the villagers, as people across the province are eager to buy the flowers. Manjianong in his record was actually Manjielong. Long Gui Yu literally means a sweet osmanthus rain at Manjuelong Village. Just imagine, on a breezy day, the tiny flowers in numerous strings are sprinkled on the ground, like golden rain, hence the romantic name. The village and around are also naturally packed with a bunch of unusually shaped karst caves. The ones named Shiwu, Shuile, and Yanxia are 3 of the city's top 7 caves. They were the icons of the city in history and have witnessed some historic moments. In 1937, the negotiations between the CPC and the Kuomintang got stuck. Despite 1 month's worth of efforts, Zhou Enlai came from Shanghai to Hangzhou to secretly meet Chiang Kai-shek, the so-called West Lake talk between the 2 giants, staged at the temple next to Yanxia Cave. It secured the second round of cooperation between the CPC and the Kuomintang, in which the 2 parties got united against Japanese aggression. In 1923, philosopher and writer Hu Shi made Hangzhou his temporary home for over 3 months. He chose Yanxia Temple as an escape, where he lived a peaceful life and wrote a lot of poems. Another story just took place some 1500 years ago, and the role was Xu Xiaoxiao. Xiaoxiao was a celebrity in local opera. One day, she met Bao Ren in Manjuelong and found him a poor student. She paid him all the expenses for attending the imperial examination in Beijing. But not long after, she fell ill and passed away. Bao Ren became later a high-ranking official. As he returned to Hangzhou, he buried Xiaoxiao by the Xiling Bridge as she wished. The tombstone he made for her has remained there ever since. During the fall of Hangzhou, in the war of resistance against Japanese aggression, osmanthus trees were cut down in large numbers in Manjuelong. As the war ended, villagers started to restore the trees on both sides, make houses Chinese-fashioned, crack walls down, and plan more courtyards. By 1955, Manjielong was home to more than 10,000 trees, and the oldest was about 200 years old. Osmanthus trees are now in each and every corner of the village, and even around. They thrive in over 80 varieties, like one with golden, silver, or reddish petals. Both osmanthus trees and flowers have become a big cash cow. Osmanthus is a delight not only to people's eyes, but to their palates. Manjuelong is China's best place for the art of osmanthus honey. The flower was used to make wine as early as more than 2,000 years ago. Petals were also mixed with licorice and rice flour to prepare sweet cakes named Guanghang Gao. On a stroll down the neighborhood, we will find by each house candies, cakes, pastries, jellies, and other delicacies made with osmanthus flowers. And making osmanthus syrup has been a recipe handed down for generations. The job starts with a good autumn day. Just pat down the flowers with a bamboo stick. Dry them, soak them in plum juice for a few days. Drain the water off, mix them with white sugar, and wait until the color turns yellowish brown. The syrup is done. Take lotus root soup, rice cake, white congee, or a cup of tea with a spoonful of osmanthus syrup. It seems a sweet, extravagant indulgence only for the golden season. The soul of Osmanthus is the smell. For people in the city, the smell means a lot more. It's almost a ceremony to wait for the first aroma every September. A star Osmanthus in Hangzhou Children's Park at number 61 of Hupao Road is truly a celebrity. For years of observation, we have confirmed it is always the first to blossom. For its rich flavor, it is also called the sweetest Osmanthus of the city. The park first named it and has staff to take good care of it, fertilize it throughout the year and observe it around 7 a.m. every morning in September. If the first flower is spotted, the good smell will start to fill the city and the rest of the 3,000 Osmanthus trees in the park will follow suit. As the little yellow or silver petals start to exude fragrance, the autumn is on the doorstep. It would be the right time for people flocking to Manjuelong to find the source of the gripping smell. They would try Osmanthus-flavored dessert, tea or coffee, sit on a swing at the hilltop and check out some of the city's fanciest restaurants or guest houses. Don't miss the Osmanthus rain in Manjuelong on a bright autumn day. This is indeed a great fortune.
杭州欢迎你